What's going on, everybody? I am Jabby Kaway, and I am watching the Summer Game Fest livestream 2023. They are about to show us Mortal Kombat 1. Very excited to check it out with you guys. Thanks so much for being here. Make sure to hit the subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and pretty please vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Here we go.
Here is an extended first look at the story, gameplay, and yes, of course, the fatalities of Mortal Kombat 1. Let's do it!
Nice. What?
I have had enough of you.
Then go before I put you down.
Fight!
Damn.
Today, you have proven worthy of joining us. Come, there are other champions I must gather.
What do you want?
Sento, it's my family blade.
Sento's mine, and I won't give it up without a fight.
Whoa.
Okay, let's go back to one here. Who are you again?
Lord Liu Kang, protector of Earthrealm, god of fire.
Oh, shit. You get to play as him. I gotta interrupt this for a second. So, you guys, I haven't finished going through all the cutscenes of Mortal Kombat 11 at the time of recording this. I'm still going through that. I'm still catching up on all the story and lore. As soon as I said that, I'm like, oh yeah, you do play as Liu Kang / Raiden, or Fire God Liu Kang in Mortal Kombat 11, because I just recalled that part of it. That's dope.
You have skills, Raiden, but you're inexperienced.
Whatever experience I lack, I make up for in heart.
If your disease becomes known, you will be banished. I only want what's best for you.
Or do you secretly covet my throne?
God damn. That's a classic, actually.
I mean, that was pretty good, right, guys? Now, I'm sure you have many questions about what we just saw, and to tell you more, I am so honored to welcome to Summer Game Fest one of our industry's greatest creators, a man who has been loyal to the same franchise and fan base for more than 3 decades. Please join me in welcoming to Summer Game Fest the creator of Mortal Kombat, Ed Boon. Congratulations. They love you. All right. Well, Ed, first of all, thank you for that incredible world premiere. We got to see all of the gameplay of MK1, and everyone just wants to know more about this because, first of all, this is it's MK1, right? It went from 11 to 1. So tell us about this. Is it a new timeline?
Yeah. I don't know how many people have seen the ending of Mortal Kombat 11. Liu Kang basically was kind of graduated into a fire god, right? And he's
Okay. I'm going to stop here because I'm still getting through the chapters of Mortal Kombat 11. I don't want to have him say anything that's going to ruin it for me. Maybe I'll come back to that later on after I've finished the story. But anyway, the graphics improve game over game. And that's like the first most obvious thing. You know, going from Mortal Kombat 9 to 10 and now 11 and seeing this, I'm like, yo, like it just keeps getting better and better and better, which is the natural progression of things with games and stuff like that. More than anything, I'm just excited to continue the story. Like, I'm really invested in that saga now. So if I play Mortal Kombat, funny enough, it's like I used to play fighting games all the time as a kid, and I would rarely care about the story gameplay because it wasn't very good. The Mortal Kombat one is excellent. Excellent. More than anything, like I said, that's what I want to jump back into, is just continuing that. Once I finish Mortal Kombat 11, I want to play the Mortal Kombat 1 storyline because it's so profoundly interesting, and where they're taking it is like unexpected, and it's really, really cool to see young Raiden and have him in his, for lack of a better word, in his infancy and growing from there, and you going on that journey with him, becoming ultimately what I imagine will be the Thunder God again. I have no idea where that's headed, but that's interesting to say the least. There's this other component to the fighting that I am not familiar with from the previous Mortal Kombat installments, but to be fair, I have not properly played Mortal Kombat 11 outside of the story missions. I played like maybe 30, 40 minutes of the story missions, and then I had to stop for some reason at the time. So I don't know if what we're seeing here is at all involved in 11, so forgive me for speaking out of ignorance if I am. But there's this component of seeing, other characters come in, like tag teaming. And Tekken Tag Tournament is one of my favorite games because of that element. I love that component to Tekken because it changes fighting games in a way that you don't typically get. Maybe it's more there now than it used to be, where you can have multiple characters that you select and you can swap back and forth between them, or do combos where you involve that other character. But to me, it's just a unique way to engage in those kinds of games that I've fell in love with Tekken Tag Tournament, and I was disappointed with subsequent Tekken games that didn't have it, and they didn't bring it back until Tekken Tag Tournament 2. And so if that's a component of Mortal Kombat 1, that actually has me even more excited because it's just cool. It's like, it's nice that you can select more than one character and kind of jump between them, or at least combo with those other characters. I have no idea how that mechanic works, but yeah, that's got me thrilled. With regards to the fatalities, like, I personally, like, unlike other Mortal Kombat fans, I don't give a shit about, like, how gruesome it gets. It doesn't really mean anything to me. It's just, like, par for the course with it, as you probably know by now if you've been watching all of the Mortal Kombat videos that I've been doing. That being said, like, they really have tried their best to, like, when you hit a certain level of violence, like, how do you take it any further? How do you go any further in the violence to keep it interesting and exciting and affect you in some capacity, in some way? Because it's like, hey, you've hit the top, right? Like, how do you make it any more? In that regard, there hasn't been as much of a leap as the graphical quality, as the story quality. If it's like they've tried their best to get creative with it and make it even more gruesome and violent and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, all right, yeah, it's Mortal Kombat, it's about the same as 11 as far as I can tell. That level of violence and those kinds of fatalities, I feel like have been around for a while. I suppose with the upgrading graphics, it allows it to look more and more gruesome, but that's all there for you guys, so cool. While I'm excited for the new Raiden, I am going to miss the old Raiden's voice. Oh my god. So I'm going to give you a second to leave so that you don't get spoiled. I'm going to say who Johnny Cage's voice is, who he's voiced by. Okay, leave if you don't want to hear it. He's voiced by Jean-Claude Van Damme. And while that's cool, because that makes a lot of sense. I mean, Jean-Claude Van Damme was a huge inspiration for Johnny Cage. It's so interesting that they got him for this. But I am going to miss the Johnny Cage voice that we've had for the last several installments. That's, like, as cool as it is to have Jean-Claude Van Damme voice the character that was inspired by him. I am going to miss that other actor, Andrew Bowen. In any case, I am looking at the IMDb, and I see some friends in here. Brendan Hoare has been in the Mortal Kombat series for some time now. Tekla, she's been on my channel doing some reactions. She's doing stunts in this. Eric Jacobus, he was also part of God of War. Amy Johnston, she's also been on the channel, or maybe the Indian channel, not this one. But yeah, it's cool to see some friends in here. Vlad is in here. Oh my gosh. So they got a lot of my buddies in here. This is super cool. Always happy when my friends are getting work. So glad to see that. Anyways, you guys, thanks so much for hanging out. Hopefully you enjoyed that reaction discussion. And let me know your feelings in the comments below. Is it living up to your expectations? Did it surpass your expectations? Or is it doing the opposite? Let me know. I'm Jabby Kawai. Peace out.